Well, the skies look pretty now, but they were stormy for about an hour. Nebraska goes through a 56-minute weather delay and beats Louisiana Tech 28-14. Not much lightning offense in this game for Nebraska, but quite a bit of thunder. The Huskers run for 312 yards. Louisiana Tech only runs for 46. This wasn't always the prettiest game. A lot of penalties, a lot of sacks for Nebraska's offense, a lot of stop and start stuff. But when it really mattered, and you're playing a mid-major team, and Conference USA is mid-major. Nebraska has a 4th and 1 to start the second half. They convert it. 19-yard run from Anthony Grant down to the 2. He scores on the next play. That put Nebraska ahead 14-7. Louisiana Tech goes back down the field. They have a 4th and 1. They don't get it. They try to sneak. Nebraska stood up. Louisiana Tech quarterback Jack Turner pushed him back. Nebraska took over. Then they score a couple of touchdowns. A Heinrich Harburg throw to Thomas Fedoni, 29-yard touchdown, and then Harburg ran for a 72-yard touchdown on an option run. 2 runs were called back because of penalties, a 75-yarder by Harburg and a 70-yarder by Anthony Grant. Oh, by the way, he went over 100 yards in his first start of the season. Nebraska did some things that really liked. They played power football out of the I formation, toss pitches, power stuff, ISOs. Option football, load option, speed option, all kinds of stuff. It looked pretty good. Passing game didn't look very good. Outside of the throw to Fedoni, Fedoni made a great catch to score that touchdown. Nebraska only threw for 107 yards, and Harburg was swamped a lot. The pass protection wasn't great. Louisiana Tech was selling out on stopping those deep passes, and they were successful in doing that. Nebraska's defense got a little loose after the weather delay. They gave up a touchdown in the first half, were pretty dominant otherwise until the end of the game. After the weather delay, Louisiana Tech scores quickly. Then they get to the 50 before Louisiana Tech receiver has a ball go right through his hands. Isaac Gifford picks it off to basically end the game. Huskers are now 2-2 overall, and they've got a bit of a formula now. They like to run the football. They're going to run it with their running backs. They're going to run it with their quarterbacks. Right now, that's Heinrich Harburg. Jeff Sims only appeared for one play, and when a backup came in at the end of the game, it was Chubba Purdy. It wasn't Jeff Sims, so Sims probably not 100% at this point. Defensively, Nebraska knows what it wants to do. It wants to stop the run, and pretty much every team they faced up to this point has been willing to stop running the ball because Nebraska stops the run. Next week's opponent, number 2 Michigan, will not stop running the ball. They will continue to run the ball, so Nebraska will get a little bit of a different test next week. But here's the reality. Nebraska's 2-2. They've fully rebounded from the opening season losses to Minnesota and Colorado, and now they have a week where they get to play all the way the underdog. Michigan comes in. They haven't lost a regular season game since 2021. They're a dang good football team, and they know it, and they have an elite defense, best defense Nebraska's faced by some margin. Nebraska's able to muster 17 points in that one. They might just have a chance. You never know. But they're going to have to get better on offense for sure. They can run the ball a little bit. Their quarterback can run the option. Throwing the ball, still a chore for the Huskers, but they're 2-2. Okay, that is our recap. Sam McKewon with the Omaha World-Herald and Husker Extra.